What's going on? Thought I'd show off this thing I got in the mail with a bunch of junk parts. But this is a overhead projector. You see a lot of people taking shots with crystal balls and whatnot. I thought I'd use this, maybe do some creative shots or whatnot. But that's not what I'm here for. We're going to talk about the announcements that they recently made. Last night they announced them, I guess, and it was so nice this morning. I was going to make a video, but it was so nice. The national parks are open. It was like 84 degrees, so I went out and took pictures instead. So I took my Q10 out, and I took my Pentax K70 out and had a blast. A couple images here. But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the announcements and just I'm going to go over those and tell you my thoughts in general. Some good stuff, some bad stuff. Okay, let's start off with the good stuff. That they announced the 21 millimeter limited DFA, so full frame. That is really awesome. I wasn't expecting that myself. Now let's talk about that stuff that nobody's talking about. It really, everybody's like, "Oh, that's a good announcement," but if you notice, they didn't actually say what the aperture was, the widest aperture was. And if you looked at the pictures that they showed, it didn't show what it was like they typically does on the DFAs that they already have out. So it makes me curious. But in the video, he was talking about the bokeh and stuff and whatnot. So if you look at the focal scale on there, and this is kind of like what they have on all the aperture scale, which they have on all the DAs. This isn't a DA, of course. I mean, this is an old film lens. But you can see there it goes 4, and then there's the red line in the middle, and that's how all their how all their FDA limiteds are. The 31, it has the 4 right there, and it has a line in the middle, but it's a f1.8, and the 70 or 77 is a f1.8, and the 43 is a f1.9. So that makes me curious. So what is the aperture on this thing? I would guess it was f2.8, but it'd be nice if it was like f2 or something like that, but a little bit, more open. That'd be extremely cool. So I'm really curious on what that is going to be. Next one is the other one that they announced, which is I'm glad they did clarify this in the videos. It was the 16, was it 16 to 50? 55? Whatever it is, the DA Star lens. They're kind of re-releasing it with the PLM motor. And this is where it's going to get interesting. This is my theory on this, but so they did say that they changed the optics on it, which was kind of cool. I don't like it when they re-release something and they just change a coating on it and use the same optics. I've never liked that. They did that with the super multi-coated, and then put the HD coating on there. And if you look at Pentax forums and see side-by-side pictures, there's not really any difference. But the PLM, this is my conspiracy theory here. So they already have the 55 to 300 PLM, and I have not seen this, but I remember when it came out, this was one of the features that they talked about. So if anybody has a video on this, I have not seen it. I do not have this lens. The PLM feature is you can autofocus in video, and I've not seen that application used. So Kobe or somebody that has that lens, make a video about it, or if you already have one, throw it to me and in the comments, and I'll pin it to the top of the comments so people could check out that autofocus in video, see how well that works. My theory is that they're releasing this lens because the new flagship camera is going to have better video capabilities, and so they want to have a autofocus during video that would go really good with this camera. So I'm thinking it's going to be a 4K camera, my theories, and probably a touch screen. They've already said that they're going to have better autofocus in there, so they're going to have pretty good autofocus during video, I think, is what they're kind of going towards. What else? They got the 85. I'm not really going to talk about that. Portrait photographers have been looking forward to that, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I'm sure it's going to be a really stellar lens. As far as the flagship camera, I mean, they really didn't say much about it. They had talked about the viewfinder quite a bit, and they talked about, the little sensor there that kind of makes the screen fade down, and it's like they had that on, what was it, my Canon T2i back in what was that, 2009 when I purchased that. So I mean, that's not really cool technology or anything, but I mean, it's alright. But I don't really understand that. Maybe when it comes out it'll be cooler than I think it is. I'm kind of bummed it doesn't look like it has the flip out screen. Even more and more pictures I see of it, and that's one of the main things I like about the K70 over the KP and some of these other ones that don't have the fully articulated screen. It makes it great for shooting videos like this where we're doing selfies or whatnot. We're getting low and high shots. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I just spit. But it's one of my favorite features on the K70. That's why I recommend it over the KP a lot of the times to people. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think, my theories there. Or do you think that's a good theory about those PLMs? They're trying to work in more of those lenses for the video, more video aspects for the Pentax. Yeah. Thanks a lot for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Thanks.